This right here is an amazing 4x4 piston vault door made entirely in tires of Minecraft Java Edition. This machine is very simple. Okay, it's not very simple, but I will hopefully make it very simple explanation. And one thing you'll notice is that there is a lever here, and I did say that there were buttons and pressure plates. There is a specific system that I will show you that you need to add on to this machine here. I'll show you a tutorial for that, but you need to build the actual piston door first. So then you can have either a lever, you can have multiple buttons, or multiple pressure plates. So let's get into the tutorial, shall we? Okay, so very simply, you will need a spacing of 3 blocks of length. So this is going in that direction. You can see that I've marked it out by glass. 12 blocks of width, that is 12 blocks across, as so. And 11 blocks of height. Now, 11 blocks of height is very kind of different because, as you can see, the flooring is actually on the 3rd block. So this will be the flooring here, 3 blocks up, so you need 2 blocks of underground space. And then, of course, you need 8 blocks above ground to create this machine. Let's go on to the resources. The resources you'll need are 26 of any kind of regular block. As long as it's solid, it will do. I'm using lime wool. These blocks are blocks that you won't be seeing, so these aren't your... So these blocks will just be behind the scenes, you'll never see them. And you do need 20 of your walling and flooring and ceiling blocks. These are blocks that when you walk through the machine, you'll see these as part of your flooring and your walling and that. 22 observers, 36 sticky pistons, a bunch of temporary blocks, because we're going to need them for, you know, building the machine. 28 of whatever block you want for the door. I'm going to use iron blocks. 4 blocks of redstone. 34 redstone dust. A lever, if you want to do the lever thing. And 2 redstone repeaters. I don't know why that extra temporary blocks are in there, but that's fine. Right, okay, so let's begin on the tutorial. First, you want to get your temporary blocks, and you want to come over to the left side, and in the bottom corner, you just want to place one, just like that, and do the same on the other side. Then get your blocks, your regular blocks, and you just want to place one on top of the temporary blocks, and then once you've done that, come to the back here, and you just want to build 2 out on either side. Then what you want to do is you come down here to the middle of these 3 blocks, going from forwards to backwards, and you just want to place 2 more blocks, just like this. You can now break your temporary blocks. Then you want to get your redstone dust, and you just want to go and place your redstone dust on top of all of these blocks, right here. And then what you want to do is you want to come down, and as you can see, we're kind of floating here. So you want to come 1 inwards to the middle of the build, and then 1 down, and place a block just like that. Do the same on the other side, and then stretch it out to the front and the back, just like that. Get your redstone dust, place it all on top. Perfect. Then what you want to do is you want to get your temporary blocks, and you can see that there's now a 4 block gap. What you want to do is you want to place 2 of your blocks in the middle, just like that, and just like that, on both sides. And then what you want to do is you want to grab your sticky pistons, you want to place them directly on top. You can break these temporary blocks now. Next you want to do is you want to get your observers, and you just want to place them facing into the pistons, just like this, but the face is also facing these redstone dust pieces right here. So you should be facing all 4 pistons, just like that. Then what you can do is you can get your regular blocks, and you just want to place 1 on top of all of these observers. Then you want to bridge the gap between these observers here and these observers here, leaving space for the pistons to push up. And a gap like this. Sorry, I've done it wrong. You want to do this with your walling block, not your regular block. I apologize about that. I am bad. Next, what you want to do is you want to come to the side here. And what you want to do is you just want to create the outline of your door. So from these blocks here, you just want to place iron blocks on these corners, or whatever block of the door you have, and fill them in like that. So you should have 2 lines of your door block. Then you want to create your 4x4 frame on both sides. So you should have 2 blocks in the middle like that. So you want to go 3 up on the corners, and then bridge the gap between them. And then what you want to do is you want to place a temporary block on one of these 2 inner blocks here, bridging the gap between these 2, and then just place your 4 blocks, just like that. Break the temporary block, and you should have your door outline. Right, now what you want to do is you want to come to the side here, and you'll place a temporary block on one of the sides of these blocks here, or you can do it all 4 of them. You probably have to do it on all 4 of them. And then what you want to do is you actually want to come and you want to place 4 back like that. Then you'll break these middle 3, place yourself an observer and a sticky piston, just like that. So the observer should have its face facing outwards, and the sticky piston should be facing into the blocks. Now if the blocks start to move, that's alright, that's not a problem. We're just using this for reference, we'll fix this in a little while. Then what you want to do is you want to build 3 observers on top of this observer here, all of the red dots facing inwards and the face facing outwards, and the sticky pistons, just like that. Then you want to do the same on all of the 4 sides that we showed you. So, just like this. So, you should end up having these 4 sides completely done. You can do them you can do the pistons and that in any order you want, it doesn't really matter. Right, so you should have it like this. Then what you want to do is you want to come to the middle of these blocks here, and what you want to do is you want to have a piston here and here, bridging these gaps between these 2 observers here, facing inwards. But in between these 2 blocks here, and then place 2, just like that, in front of these 2 here, facing inwards. Do the same on the other side. Then what you want to do is you want to get your observer, and in this little gap here, you just want to place an observer facing down into this piston here. No, sorry, that's not correct. You want to do it... No, that is correct, sorry, I'm wrong. You'll do it like that, sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. You'll do it just like that. Then what you want to do is you want to get your regular blocks, just fill these gaps in here. And then what you want to do is you want to come down here, and on this top piston here, you just want to place a block coming out to the side, just like this. Then you can place Redstone Dust on top of these regular blocks. And what you want to do is you want to get your sticky pistons, and on the side of this block here, you just want to place the 2 blocks like this, and get your redstone blocks and place them underneath. Do the same on the other side, just like this. Then what you want to do is you want to get your redstone dust and place it on top of these pistons, just like that. You see the door's getting a bit weird, but that's fine. It's still fine. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to break these, and we're going to place them back in their proper space so we can have a full door just like this. Then what we want to do is we just want to place your wall blocks. You want to get a temporary block here and here, and also do the same on the other side. Temporary block here and here. Then you want to place your wall blocks here, 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 and here. Break your temporary blocks. And there you go. You have a proper walling now. Then what you want to do is, when you have these 2 blocks, you'll place a temporary block on top of these, and then place a wall block there, a wall block there, and then you want to break these temporary blocks, place some redstone dust on top of them, and then what you want to do is you want to get your repeaters, and you'll place them on top of this observer here, and pull them back 2 ticks. Then what you want to do is the same on the other side. Make sure that they are facing towards these blocks here, just like this. So you should have this. Then what you want to do is you want to get your ceiling blocks again, and on these 2 blocks here, you just want to build back and forth out here, and out like that. Place your redstone dust.
Humano from the future here, don't put those redstone dusts in those 4 places where I just showed you. It's not required, it's wasting resources. I don't know why I did it in the thing. I am stupid.
And what you want to do is you want to grab your ceiling blocks again. And these should be your last 2 ceiling blocks. You just want to place them in between these gap here. And then what you do is get your regular blocks and place 2 on top. Then get your redstone dust, place your 2 like that. Then what you should do is on the side of the redstone, so if you crouch you can place things on the side of the redstone, just place it out to the front, the back. Place your blocks just like that. Then get your redstone dust, put them on top like that. Get your sticky pistons, and then under these blocks you just want to place them just like that. So you should have something that looks a bit like this on either side. And now what should happen, if you get yourself a lever just for testing demonstrations, if you want to use the buttons, place it on one of these 2 blocks, do this, and you should see that things go a bit wrong. So what you want to do is any block that seems to be outstanded, so these 2 blocks, these 4 blocks here, these blocks here, all these need to go back to their original door formation. So we just want to break. You can place your wall block back, that wasn't meant to break. You can place all these back. Same on the other side, just do this, and then place them back in the formation that you once saw them in the full door. And then you should have yourself a working door. Just like this. It should open and close. If you've done that, then well done, you've done it right. You actually did it right, no job.
And now I'm going to show you how to make your system button and pressure plate compatible. Okay, so you want to add to the machine that we've most graciously built, and instead of having a lever, you want to have buttons. As many buttons as you want, wherever you want, you know, doing whatever you want. The button system is actually pretty cheap and pretty easy. One thing I should note is that if you want to build this, it fits within the size constraints of the machine previously built, except it requires 1 block of extra height. This is the little contraption here we're going to build. And just to note that basically you can have as many buttons as you want anywhere, so you can have double-sided piston doors. Be sensible with it. I'll talk about that more when we're done. So this is this little system we're going to build. Ignore me, it's not actually in the little box, because I'm stupid, but I think it proves the point. It's not too difficult to build, it's very simple. So, what you're going to need is you're going to need at least 9 of your any kind of solid blocks. Now, I recommend you bring more, because if you want to hook this up to buttons in different places, so basically, yeah, you want to bring many more blocks, about 32 should do in total. 4 redstone dust, again, this, you might want to bring some more for the button system. I'll leave you to do that kind of part by yourself of where you want the buttons to be. It should be very self-explanatory. 3 redstone repeaters, you'll probably need a couple more of them if you want to build like long redstone lines. Then you'll need just 1 redstone torch, 2 hoppers, 1 redstone comparator, 1 sticky piston. As many buttons as you want to add to it, don't have to be stone, can be any kind. And some temporary blocks I'm going to use as dirt. Of course, we're going to build this, right. So, coming back to the machine that we built previously, we're just going to break this lever. We don't need the lever anymore. Now, what we can do is we can choose either side. So we can choose this side or this side. I'm going to build it on this side, but you just need to follow exactly the steps I do, but on that side. So you want to go to the rightmost block of these 2 here, so this one. And you just want to build out a redstone a line of 2 blocks. And then what you want to do is on this block here, closest to the redstone, just place a repeater facing in, no ticks, and then get your redstone comparator and place it right here. Then what you want to do is you want to get your hopper, and you want to place it on the side of this redstone comparator, just like that, and then another one facing into it. And you want to break this original one and place it facing into the other, so you should have something that looks a bit like this. The 2 hoppers should be facing into each other. Then what you want to do is, what you kind of want to do is you want to place 2 redstone dust on top of each of the hopper. And get one of your dirt blocks that you have and just place one inside. Actually, don't. You don't want to do that, because I forgot that you kind of need the other system to work with that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to place 2 temporary blocks underneath these. Then what you want to do is you want to put a block on this one here to the left, and then you can break them. You don't need to keep on doing that. Then you need one block coming out like this to the front. Then what you want to do is you want to place a temporary block underneath this block we've just placed. Then, coming outwards to the right, you just want to place a block like this on this one. Then place one like this. You should have dirt, your block, dirt, and place one on top. You can break. Actually, you can't break that one. You can break the other one, though. Then you want to place a redstone torch on this block here with a piece of redstone going into it, just like that. Now, if you want to, you can place this in. Your temporary block just into one of the hoppers. Doesn't matter which one, just choose one of them. Then you get your redstone repeater, you place it in this gap here, it has to be facing into the block with the redstone torch on it, put it back 2 ticks, so it should be on its 3rd tick, 1 before the end. Then what you want to do is you want to come here and break this dirt. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put a piston on the side of this block here, facing upwards into this block. Just like that. Then place 2 blocks coming out to the back, out of this piston, 1 redstone repeater, just like that. 1 redstone dust, and that, and 1 block on here. That's the system made. That's it. That's all it is. Now, you see this little redstone dust here, this is the input and output. This is the input. So, if I build myself a line, and get some redstone, and get a button, I can click it. The whole machine will work just like normal, like a lever but a button. And the ideal use of this is to have one on this side and one on that side. If you want to do that, a very easy way you could do this is you just place 1 block on the side of this redstone and follow the line with this block and this block. Then you can place redstone on top of these 3, and then you have kind of access from both sides, so you can build a line out here, like maybe a line down, coming down to like the side here. This is all, you can do this if you want, you don't have to do this, of course. And just put your redstone dust up here. And you can do the same on the other side, so that'll work just as normal. Of course, do whatever you want with it. The redstone line doesn't really matter as long as it, hooks up to that one. Use your sense. If you need like a repeater there or anything, then yeah, do that. Let's not be stupid about this. Just be sensible with it. So yeah, that is simply the redstone machine. Just have any input in there. And that is with button activators. So you can have a button activator on both sides as normal, perfect, and simple. Now that is it, actually, for this tutorial. So that's it, folks. I'm just going to leave you to your button and your pressure plate placement. It's very self-explanatory, as I said. Just make sure it goes into that line. But that's it from me. I'm done. I'm out. So, yeah, I will see you hopefully sometime else. Hopefully in this video here, where I show you how to create a 3x3 drop-down piston door. Click it. Go on, click it. Click it. Click it. Click it. Click it. Okay, fine, just subscribe instead.